Namaste, welcome. I'm Gabby Coletta, sharing practice with you today from the pine forest of Mount Lemmon in Arizona. And today's practice is an invitation to explore the yogic observance of Saucha. Saucha is often translated to as cleanliness. And as we move through this human experience, we tend to accumulate. We accumulate not only life experiences, but we can accumulate things in our spaces, material things. We accumulate knowledge through the information age that we live in, sometimes to a point of oversaturation. We accumulate through the foods we eat, and really anything we take in through our five senses. And yoga and Ayurveda will say that as we take in impressions through our senses, it's really important to slow down enough to actually process, to actually digest and assimilate what we're taking in. If we don't, then what happens is that this accumulation starts to build up. It starts to create stagnancy. And this can show up in many ways in life. It can show up as physical tension in the body. It can show up as feeling uninspired or resistant or kind of stuck, or even just heavy. Perhaps you've accumulated energies from just engaging with a lot of people and need to kind of clear your subtle energy body. This is a great practice to explore that through Saucha. We'll be doing a lot of twists to help with digestion, physical digestion, a lot of heart opening to increase circulation, as well as some breath work, which is our body's primary way of detoxifying and clearing out. So without further ado, you might grab 2 bricks and perhaps blow your nose before we begin, because there will be some fiery breathing. And I will meet you in Sukhasana, easy cross-legged seat, when you're ready. Let your body settle. Let your bones settle, the sits bones root into support beneath you. Bring your hands to rest somewhere that feels authentic to you, maybe face down for grounding, or face up for receptivity, opening. And let the eyes soften or close, just allowing your awareness to turn inward. And take a moment to notice how your body is arriving in this space in your practice today. Any areas of tightness, tension, holding. And just observe. Our body is communicating to us all the time, letting us know where there might be stagnancy, build up. And so if you feel any areas of tightness, can you consciously soften the muscles? Invite a sense of sukham or ease. And from this anchoring down through the sit bones, start to invite length in the spine, space between each vertebrae, the heart to lift and the shoulders to soften down the back as the collarbones broaden. Let the crown of the head lift up a little taller, and then even slide your ears back so they're stacked over the shoulders so prana can circulate freely through the whole spine. And then draw in a big breath. Fill up full without force. Hold it at the top. Sigh it out. 2 more cleansing breaths like that. Inhale completely. Spread the breath. Hold it at the top. Let it circulate. And empty. Once more, inhale full. Fill up space between the ribs, the belly, the lungs. Hold it. And release. Even at the very bottom, can you press out even some of the stale air there? Then let your breath find its natural rhythm in and out through the nose. Start to lengthen the breath. See if you can match the length of the inhales with the length of the exhales. And already here in the breath, we start to invite a cleansing, a clearing, as almost 80% of toxins release through breath. Big part of our body's detoxification. Keep this steady breath, but drop your awareness now into the heart. And just check in if there's anything that's undigested in the heart or the heart needs perhaps an intention for today's practice. If you'd like, you can set your intention now. Bring palms together, Anjali Mudra at the heart, the sign of balance. Bow head towards heart, just honoring the wisdom of your intuitive body. Release the hands. Switch the cross of the legs. Then ground the fingertips down on either side. Let the crown of the head reach up. Drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Melt the chin towards the chest, over to the opposite shoulder. And take some gentle neck rolls side to side. And just ironing out any tension, any tightness in the neck. Maybe even pausing in a space that feels tight, taking a big spacious breath there, using the breath to massage out tension, holding patterns, accumulation in the neck. The exhale to consciously relax, soften, find ease. And come back to center, chin parallel to earth. Reach the arms up to the sky, grow nice and tall. Bring the palms to touch, and then hands to heart center. Twice more like that. Inhale, big breath in, welcoming breath in. Let the ribs expand, the heart lift, palms touch. Hands to heart. Once more, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Reach your palms back up to the sky. And then open into cactus arms. Lift the heart, widen the collarbones, draw shoulder blade tips together. As you exhale, round the upper back and bring your hands together. Find a seated cat-cow here, cactus cat-cows. Inhale, open the chest, the heart. Exhale, round the upper back, pull shoulder blades away. Once more, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale to open, and release the hands down. Drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Then start to crawl your left fingers away from you. Maybe that's sufficient in just finding sensation. Or maybe you lift the arm up, really enliven the arm. Nod the head yes or no. Little release to the side of the neck. If you don't quite feel it, you might have to angle your arm up or down, maybe flex the wrist or really enliven the arm. Each body is different, so just know that it might take you a moment to find your sweet spot. Then ground the fingertips down, bring the head back through center, take it to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. Side of neck nice and long, start to crawl your right fingers away. Stay as you are, or maybe lift the fingers up, enliven the arm. Shake the head yes or no. Find what will iron out tension, tightness. And come back to center. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then slowly guide the hands through center. Once they reach heart center, take your hands to your shoulders. Pause here. And we'll move into a pranayama called Bhastrika, or bellows breath. And if this is a breath, if you're feeling like you need a gentler practice, then you might just release your hands down and keep samavriti, an equal breath in and an equal breath out through your nose. Otherwise, this will be a forceful inhale and a forceful exhale, pumping the belly and including a twist. So it looks like this. So when you're ready, feel free to join me. Hands to the shoulders, take a cleansing breath, pour it out, and begin. Forceful exhale, forceful inhale. Finding this twist, this wringing out, this rinse water breath as you clear. You might even imagine that you're clearing energetic cobwebs here. 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down, release the hands, notice. We'll do one more round. Again, welcome to stay with an even inhale, even exhale, or if you'd like a little more fire-stoking Agni, join me in Bastrika, hands to shoulders, arms out nice and wide, spine long. Take a cleansing breath, fill up, let it go, and begin. Here for 3, 2, 1. Slow it down and release. Take a moment in stillness and notice. Plant the fingertips behind you, lift the heart, open the chest, stay as you are, or interlace the hands. Punch the knuckles back as you open across the heart. Stay upright or bow to your depth, forward. Maybe the forehead reaches the earth, maybe not. And then slowly rise up. If you're sitting on anything, just move it off to the side. Plant the hands behind you, take the feet as wide as the mat, and then windshield wiper the knees side to side here. Just a few twists. Inhale through center, exhale opposite side. You can stay just as you are, or if you'd like, you can join me in one reverse table, pausing at center, toe heel your feet in so they're hips width apart. Fingers can point away or forward, press into the feet, lift the hips, lift the heart. Here for 3 as you lengthen your tailbone forward, 2, and 1. Release down. Cross over at the ankles, make your way into all fours. Table pose. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, really spread the hands, hips over knees. On your next inhale, drop the belly, draw the heart forward, lift the chin, the gaze, cow pose. And then exhale, round the back and find cat, head heavy, Betalasana, pull the shoulder blades away. Continue to move through these 2 motions, opening front of heart and back of heart. You might even start to invite Ujjayi breath, a little constriction in the back of the throat, like you're fogging up a mirror. Just invoking a subtle fire element, helping with digestion, clearing, alchemy. And then come back to your table. Start to draw your right shoulder towards your right hip. Then drop your belly towards the earth, lift the chin, the gaze. Draw left shoulder to left hip. C curve the spine. And then round the upper back into cat. So barreling the torso, do 2 more big torso circles in this direction. And take it the other way. Barrel the rib cage, the torso, almost like you're scraping out peanut butter from a jar. Just getting into any sticky parts, anywhere you sense stagnancy. And come back to center. Send your right arm up to the sky, big wingspan here. A couple wrist rolls, try to soften your left shoulder away from the ear, wrist roll the other way. Big arm circles, sweep your right arm all the way back and forward, 3 times. And all the way forward and back 3 times. We're going to reach your right arm all the way up, big wingspan across the chest. Thread right arm under left. Rest the right shoulder, the right cheek on the earth. Thigh bones straight up and down. You can press the left fingers into the earth to deepen a twist or walk the left hand long in front of you for a nice side body opening. Stay just as you are working into this twist, or send your left leg back, tuck the toes on the earth, little stretch into the back of the left leg. One more breath. If you're in a leg variation, right knee meets the left, or sorry, left knee meets the right. Left hand frames the face, press right arm to sky. And release. Other side, left arm sweeps up, find this wingspan, then a couple wrist rolls here, circle your wrists, one way and the other. Big arm circles, just getting some juiciness, some lubrication into the joints, opening, letting what needs to flow, flow, and then take it the other way. What's stuck, inviting that to move. And then reach the left arm all the way up, big wingspan. As you exhale, thread left arm under right, rest the left shoulder, the left cheek on the earth. Find your twist here. Again, thigh bones straight up and down will offer you the most support. You can press right hand into the earth. Walk your right fingers forward. There's another variation that calls you please take it. Maybe right leg extends back, tuck the toes on the ground. Take right knee to meet the left, right hand frames the face, press into the earth, and unravel left arm to sky. Release. One round of cow and cat here to rinse it out in the spine. Walk your hands long in front of you, keep the hips over the knees. Big inhale here, spine long, side body along. Exhale, Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Even as the heart melts down, find a little lift under the armpits. Spiral the upper arms away from each other. Maybe the chin comes down, the forehead, maybe not. One more breath. Walk the hands back towards you. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. First one of practice. So maybe you take the next few breaths just to wiggle out any surface tension, pedal the feet as you desire. Or you settle into stillness. Spread the hands, have them outer shoulder width apart, and press into the L of the hands. Point your fingers face forward. Press your heart towards the back of the mat. As you do, squeeze the biceps in towards the ears, little bend in the knees, and soften the heels down. Next, inhale, rise onto the tippy toes. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, rise up, and then swivel the heels over to the right, sink them down. Inhale, back to center, and over to the left. Shift back to center, gaze at the front of the mat, start to walk your feet up to the front. And eventually where we'll meet is Uttanasana, forward fold. Feet a little bit wide for this one, generous bend in the knees, drape your torso over the thighs. Let the head get heavy here. You can ragdoll the arms, grab opposite elbows, or interlace the hands at the nape of the neck, elbows point down. Couple breaths. Imagine just shaking out any mental clutter, maybe giving the head a little shake here. Any extra burden or weight you're holding in the shoulders and the back, letting that just slide off, absorbed by the earth. And then toe heel your feet in so they're hips width apart. 2 fists could fit between the feet. Inhale, find a half lift. Nice long spine, crown of head reaches forward. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes, ribs towards thighs. Twice more, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, open heart, collarbones broad. Exhale, fold. Once more, half lift. And fold. Press into the four corners of the feet, slowly roll yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae. As you arrive into Tadasana, roll the shoulders up the ears and back down. And then take your feet wider than the hips. Make fists with your hands. Like empty coat sleeves, twist side to side, letting them just tap. Maybe tap into the kidney area, the low back, the chest. Good for clearing congestion. And just rinsing through the body. See if you can let your hips just be fluid here, kind of moving however they wish to move. And then maybe you just notice what happens if you start to anchor the hips forward, if that changes the sensation of the twist at all. Just getting into different parts of the spine. Then here for 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. Start to toe heel the feet in towards each other. And then take a wide stance, a little bend in the knees. Join me in our pranayama breath of joy. So if you're new to this, it is 3 full inhales. So like 1/3 inhale, 1/3 inhale, 1/3 inhale, and then a ha. And there's hand motions. So it's ha, inhale, 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 ha. Okay? So when you're ready, take a moment, ground in your feet. Here we go. Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Keep on going. Ha, ha, ha. 3 more. Ha. Clearing for 2. Last one. Slowly come on up, however you want to come up, however the intuitive body rises. Find Tadasana stillness. Toe heel the feet in so they're hips width apart. Reach the arms up to the sky, grow nice and tall. And then cactus the arms here, lift the heart, open the chest. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, bring your arms together. Cactus cat-cow, round the upper back. Go ahead and open again. Open the chest, the heart. Exhale to round. So doing a lot of chest and heart opening to invite circulation, to let things move that need to move, to also invite some energy. Sometimes we need a little energy to move what's accumulated, what's stagnant in the body. Once more. This time open into cactus arms and then reach up to the sky. Grab onto your left wrist, crescent up and over to the right. Side bend here. Stay as you take a big breath into the left ribs. Let them fan open, hips square forward. Even the bottom right armpit squares forward. Come back to center. Take the opposite wrist up and over, other side. Square your hips forward, square your heart forward. Big breath into the right ribs. And come back to center. Release the hands down to either side. Surya A's. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Find your half lift, nice long spine, open heart. Plant the hands, step back into plank pose. You can always skip this and hold a down dog. Otherwise, big inhale in plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the earth. Slide onto your belly, untuck your toes. Find low cobra, lift the heart. Tuck the chin. Exhale, down dog, hips up and back. If you're pressing through plank in that transition, press through the L of the hands. 3 breaths in down dog. Let these breaths be expansive. Fill up the ribs in all directions. Let the side body get nice and long. Inhale to bend the knees deeply. Gaze at the front of the mat. Bottom of the exhale, step or float to the top. Find your half lift. Let the spine get long and then fold inward. Reverse swan dive. Press to the feet. Reach all the way up to the sky. Palms come to touch. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. One more Surya A like that. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Palms face each other as you reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Softness in the knees as you fold. Find your half lift, open heart, collarbones broad. Plant the hands, step back into plank, maybe this time a chaturanga. Pitch forward slightly, lower down halfway, the biceps graze the ribs. Inhale to your up dog. A little bend in the elbows will open the chest more. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here. Stay with a steady breath in and out through the nose, or ujjayi breath, that victorious breath with the heating element. Shift your gaze towards the front of the mat. Take a deep bend in the knees. Bottom of your exhale, step or float to the top. Find your half lift. Fold inward. Reverse swan dive, press to the feet. Reach all the way up to the sky. Palms come to touch. Hands to heart center. Separate the feet, hips width apart. Graze the fingertips on the earth. Reach the arms up. Find Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sink the weight into the heels, lift the heart, the arms, wrap the outer pinkies in to open the chest, the heart. Take another big breath here. And just be with whatever is. And exhale to fold. Find a half lift. Place your left hand directly in front of the face, maybe on a brick. Send your right arm to the sky for a twist. Deep bend into the left knee as you straighten your right leg. Make sure both knees are facing forward. The shoulders are softening away from the ears. And then twist from the navel, the ribs, the heart. One more big breath, wringing out the spine. And release. Right hand down, other side. Deep bend into the right knee as you straighten the left leg. Reach left arm to sky. Find this wingspan across the chest. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Really press into the left sole of the foot. Twist from the navel, the ribs, the heart. Twisting for detox here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. If you used a brick, place it to the side. Plant the hands. Step back. Down dog, or rinse through your vinyasa. Right leg rises, three-legged dog. Open up the hip, stack right hip on top of left, bend the knee. Knee towards the sky, heel towards the sit bones, but keep your shoulders square to the earth. You can always do this from hands and knees too. One more big breath here. Square your hips off, reach through the right foot, and then step the right foot between the hands as lightly as possible. Runner's lunge for a moment, setting up your base. All 10 toes face forward, squeeze the inner thighs together. Rise to crescent. Take your hands to your hips, and then start to square your hips forward. Always an option to lower the back knee to the earth. Take a little bend into the back knee so the tailbone can lengthen down. And as long as it doesn't hurt the left hip flexor, start to straighten the back leg. Reach the arms up to the sky, big inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Take another inhale across the chest, cactus arms, and then exhale, bring the hands together, cactus cat-cow in your crescent lunge. Open the chest, open the heart, and round. Once more, and round. This time open to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, hips and shoulders square to the long edge of the mat, and even the hips leveling out, gaze soft over right fingers. Breathe here, relax the shoulders. Then anchor through the 4 corners of the feet. Find your steadiness. Breathe here. Really enliven the arms. Flip your front palm up. Find reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Reach the right arm up and back. Get long in your entire right side body, right ribs. Even draw the right hip crease to the sky. Breathe. Come through center, set up for triangle trikonasana. You can shorten your stance if that supports you. Reach your right arm forward so the side body is nice and long, and then release right hand down, maybe peace fingers to big toes. Maybe you grab a brick. Find what serves you. Press into the ball mount of your front foot, and then scoop your right hip down and towards the left side of your mat to lean your left shoulder back. Little bend into both knees as you tone the thighs. Send the breath into both sides of the rib cage. Slowly rise on up. Rotate the front toes in, the heels in. Reach the arms up. And then sink into goddess with prayer. Prayer hands. Sink nice and low here. Let the shin bones be straight up and down. Lengthen your tailbone down, your navel in. Shoulders stack over the hips. Breathe. Start to do little prayer taps across the chest, just clearing out the chest, clearing out congestion. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can also do finger taps. And as an added element, using vibration, mantra to move the subtle energy, the prana. You're welcome to join me in 3 ohms. Om. Om. Last one. Om. Pause. Release the hands, still stay in goddess. Just feel, notice what's shifting. Then straighten the legs, reach the arms up, find Kali Mudra. Interlace the hands, pointer finger extends, thumbs cross. Swivel out of the hips a little bit, let the side body get nice and long, let the rib cage wiggle up away from the hips. Rotate your right toes forward, warrior two. Inhale here across the chest, the heart. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back into your down dog. Hold it here or take a vinyasa, your choice. Take a full breath. Complete exhale, maybe a lion's breath or sigh it out. Cleansing, clearing. One more. When you're ready, left side. Reach the left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Open up the hips, stack left hip on top of right. Bend the knee, let the heel sink towards the sit bone. Couple breaths here, try to keep the shoulders square to the earth. Press your heart towards the back of the mat, another breath here. Reach the left leg long and back, square off the hips. Gaze at the front of the mat and like you're moving through honey, plant the foot between the hands. Pause in your runner's lunge for a moment, let yourself find a steady base. Squeeze the inner thighs together and then rise up to a crescent. You might start with bringing your hands to your hips so you can square right hip forward, left hip back. Bend into the back knee slightly, let the tailbone lengthen down. Maybe lengthen the back leg. As you're ready, reach the arms up to the sky. Soften the shoulders down the back. Big inhale, side body nice and long. Exhale to cactus. Stay for the inhale, open across the chest. And then exhale, round inward, hands together, the cactus cat-cow in our high lunge. Inhale, open heart. Exhale to round. Once more. Open, squeeze inner thighs together, heart open. Exhale, round. On your next open, spiral the back heel down, open Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Hips and shoulders square to the long edge of the mat. Big wingspan across the chest, enliven the fingers. As you bend into your front leg, can you get the front shin straight up and down? Press the knee towards the pinky toe edge. Inhale here. Soften the gaze, the drishti. Relax the shoulders. Flip your front palm up. Straighten the front leg, reach the left arm up and back. Reverse triangle, like you're painting a rainbow in the sky. Up and back, side body nice and long. Big breath into the ribs. And come through center. Maybe shorten your stance if that serves your Trikonasana. Reach the left arm forward, nice and long. Exhale, left hand down to earth, brick. If you're placing it on your body, just make sure it's not locking out the knee. Little bend in the knee, tone the thighs up. Keep drawing your right shoulder back, soften the shoulders down. One more big breath. Let the breath expand both the top ribs, the bottom ribs as you roll the heart to the sky. Rise on up. Rotate the front toes in, both heels in. Reach the arms up. This time cactus the arms as you sit into goddess pose. Sit nice and low. Pick up right where you left off. Big inhale across the heart. And then exhale, cactus the arms round. Two more like that. Open the chest, the heart. Exhale to round. Last one, open. And round. This time, sweep the arms all the way up. Lion's breath as you cactus the arms. 4 more to cleanse, to clear. Really stretch the jaw, help release tension there. And even gaze at third eye center to cleanse the sight. Last one. Straighten the legs, Kali Mudra, and shimmy out of the waist. As you're ready, turn your left toes forward. Big inhale in your warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step the front foot back. Vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in what is a resting pose for you. It could be a down dog, a child's pose, or maybe a dolphin. If you're in a pose other than down dog, make your way to down dog. On your next inhale, send your right leg to the sky. One breath to open, and square it off. Step the foot between the hands. Keep your left hand grounded, right arm to sky, revolve lunge. Now you can stay just as you are. Keep pressing the back thigh up or find some pulses here. Inhale across the heart, and then exhale to round like you're hugging your right thigh. Inhale to open back up to the right. Exhale to round inward. Last one. Round in. Open right arm all the way up and then reach the right arm forward, land on the inside of your front foot. Toe heel your right foot to the side. Lower your back knee. Hands on the earth, or maybe even bricks to bring up the earth to you. Setting up for your lizard, but before we do, inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to round the upper back, a little cat-cow in your lizard. Inhale, heart lifts, maybe the left hip sinks. Exhale, round. Last one. Open the heart, the collarbones broad. Round. Settle into your lizard. You can stay up on bricks. You can lower down to forearms, maybe to the earth. And then let this be whatever juiciness you need it to be to let stagnancy release. Maybe there's some gentle sways side to side, or you roll onto the knife edge of your right foot. Perhaps there's some fluttering of the lips or some big exhales to just let prana move, to release tension in the jaw, the neck. You're welcome to stay just as you are, or you can take this into a twist, a heart opener. Step your left hand outside the mat, point the fingers away so the shoulder remains open. Right hand can press into the inner thigh, or you can reach the right arm back. Maybe go for twisted monkey, bend the back leg, glue heel towards sit bone, and then bring it on forward as the heart rolls to sky. One more big breath. Stay if something sweet is happening or releasing. And then release. Plant both hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step your front foot back. Down dog to hold or to vinyasa, your choice. Take a big cleansing breath where you're choosing to be and explore. Big exhale. When you're ready, the last side, reach the left leg up. One breath to open it. Square it on up. Then step the left foot between the hands. Keep your right hand grounded or on a brick, left arm to sky, revolve lunge. Keep pressing your back thigh up as you wrap your outer left hip down and then roll your top shoulder back, open heart. Stay just as you are. Invite the pulses, a big inhale to open and an exhale to round to hug your thigh. Open the chest, the heart, and round. One more, and round. Open all the way up to the sky and then reach your left arm towards the front, side body nice and long. Plant the hand to the inside and then toe heel your left foot to the side. Drop your back knee to the earth, pat it as you need. Find your little cat-cows first in your lizard. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. Inhale, let the hips sink, the heart open. And round. Last one. And round. When you're ready, settle into your expression of lizard. You can stay up on the hands, Lower to forearms or bricks. Can you keep the heart open in whichever version you're doing? So that might mean dragging the forearms towards you to open the chest, or dragging your hands towards you. Feel free to take some lion's breath or invite some movement here. Make this juicy as you need, or invite what we call rasa in, the juice, the nectar of life. You can even roll onto the knife edge of your left foot. Stay as you are. Take this into a twist. Step your right fingers to point away towards the long edge. Left hand to inner thighs. The heart rolls open. Stay or bend the back leg. Reach back. Grab onto the foot. And glue heel towards sit bone, and then bring it on forward as you roll your heart to the sky. One more big breath. And release. Both hands down. Step the front foot back. Take a vinyasa or skip it. Lower your knees to the earth, and then lower your forearms to the earth so they're either parallel or like a number 11, or interlace the hands. We have one dolphin. Inversions really help drain, clear, circulate. So when you're ready, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, press into the forearms. Start to walk the feet towards your head, press your heart towards your toes. A little bend in the knees will help, especially if the hamstrings feel tight, and then keep wrapping the upper arms away from each other. Big breath even into the back of the heart. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Walk the feet back, forearm plank just for one big breath, and release down to the earth. Untuck each toe. Take this into a sphinx. Arms parallel. Press the tops of the feet down, press the pelvic bone down, then draw the heart through the window of the arms. You can add a little neck stretch here, looking side to side as you wish. And then release. And stack hands, rest forehead, shimmy the hips side to side. Press into the hands, roll yourself back into child's pose, and pause here. Roll yourself up from child's pose into Virasana. We'll move into 2 sets of camel. You can take a more traditional camel with both hips stacked over the knees, shins to the earth or toes tucked, or you have the option to do a little variation with the right leg forward, either at a 90-degree bend or the leg straight. We'll do that with the left side too. So your choice. You can be in normal camel. If there's a different back bend you prefer to explore right now, please take it. We've been doing a lot of this heart opening. And so as you're getting set up, if you're in the one-legged variation, try to level out the hips. Then for everyone, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the tailbone down, draw the belly in. Even squeeze the inner thighs together like you're squeezing into a brick. You might start with your hands at heart center, lift the heart up, almost like a string is pulling the heart up. Think ribs telescoping away from the hips, all that freedom we've created in the upper back, the thoracic. Can you find that with your breath? Maybe this is where you stay. Or you can windmill left arm back for your ankle, and then reach your right arm either straight up or back. And slowly come on out as you feel ready. Pause in Virasana neutrality. Second set, second side. Come on up to your knees. You can stay just as you are here. Tuck the toes. Step your left foot forward into a 90-degree bend or lengthen it straight. Either way, can you keep the pelvis level? Start to lengthen the tailbone down, engage the core. Start to draw the ribs away from the hips. Think telescoping up, heart lifting, even back of heart lifting. Stay just as you are, windmill, one arm back, then the other. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Come on out. Plant both hands, step it back. Hold for a moment in Virasana. Pause and notice what's circulating, what's shifting. Stay just as you are, or your version of rabbit. You can clasp the hands, punch the knuckles back, and then bring the crown of the head to the earth, or grab onto your heels. Your choice, but when you're ready, round forward. Crown of head down, hips lift up. Inversion here for 3, 2, and 1. Come on out. Release. Shift your hips to the side, send the legs long in front of you. Move the fleshy parts of the sit bones away. And then bend your right leg. Bring the heel close to the groin, maybe one fist in between the foot and your thigh. Left hand can come behind you like a little scaffolding to lift the heart, the chest. Reach your right arm up and then reach the arm forward. Turn your thumb down and loop it behind you for either a half bind, maybe a full bind. Marichyasana. Find your forward fold. Big inhales. Your exhales bow inward. And slowly come on out. Grab onto your right leg and cross it over. Moving into a seated twist. Now you can keep your bottom leg straight or you can swivel it underneath you so as long as both sit bones are on the ground. Hug the knee in, let the spine get long, anchor your right arm behind you, reach your left arm up. As you exhale, either hook the elbow or hug the leg, your choice. Start to find your twist. The final twist of practice, so can you use the breath here? Imagine it like rinse water, final clearing of energetic cobwebs, of stagnant energy. Slowly unravel for a counter twist. Turn to center, find Agni Stambhasana double pigeon, so feet are flexed. Shins are straight, stacked in one line. Hands can be behind you with the heart lifting. Breathe here. Or you can fold inward. Deep hip openers, really good for Apana Vayu, our downward and outward clearing energy. What's been accumulated, congested, helps with digestion, helps with elimination. And slowly come up. Unravel the feet. Maybe do a little twist side to side. One more side to go. Legs nice and long. This time take your left foot in, bring it close to the sit bones, about a fist in between your hands. Anchor your right hand behind you, let the spine get nice and long. Reach your left arm forward, and then loop the thumb down, reach back. So much happening in here. Every inhale, think spine nice and long. Every exhale, heart melts down. And I apologize, I didn't say this on the first side, but you can also just hold prayer here and press the triceps, squeeze the thigh, the shin into the arm. So we're getting some really nice compression for the digestive system here, little internal massage. We're getting some heart opening across the chest, good for circulation. And then we're getting folding action, which helps samana vayu, our assimilation energy, helping with digestion. Slowly come on out. And then cross your left leg over. You can also keep your bottom leg straight or swivel it around. Hug the left knee in, let the spine get long. Left hand behind you as you reach the right arm up. Exhale to either hook the elbow, hug the leg, maybe a bind, but find your final big twist here. Every inhale, spine long. Every exhale, this rinsing out. Can the back of the neck be nice and long too? Slowly unravel. Take a counter twist, gentle to the other side. Shift your legs into Agni Stambhasana, double pigeon or fire log pose. Feet are flexed. Make sure the ankle's not sickled, but nice and strong, shins parallel. Hands behind you as you lift the heart. And if this is a little too intense, feel free to take a variation of seated figure 4 as well. Stay upright as you wish or bow inward. Just honor your process of clearing, moving through, digesting. This internal cleaning we've been moving through with asana, with the art of attention, which prana follows, and with breath. And slowly lift. Take the hands behind you, feet nice and wide. Last time, shimmy the hips side to side. Little twists. If you want some massage into the outer glutes, lift the hips. Bring the legs nice and long. Move to the center of the mat. Grab a brick nearby if you have one. Lower all the way onto your back. Plant the feet on the earth. Press into the feet and slide the brick underneath you. Right by the sacrum, so that triangular bone that's above the booty by the low back. You can stay here in this supported bridge or take this into our final inversion, just draining the energy, legs up the wall. If you have a wall, you might even go and post up by the wall. Let the legs fall heavy into their sockets. Let the breath slow down. See if you can inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Longer exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat that. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round. Longer exhale to invite the nervous system to settle, to invite some extra clearing. When you're ready, bend the knees, plant them on the earth, move your brick to the side. Check in if there's any last thing you need, maybe a final happy baby or some other pose that you haven't gotten in your practice. Please give yourself that. Honor the wisdom of your body and what it's asking for. And then take the tightest little yogi ball possible. Squeeze everything in. Apanasana, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let it all go. Find your final resting pose in your Shavasana. This pose of integration, assimilation. Stay as long as you wish and guide yourself out when you're ready.